Hi, this is Shazad from Team 1, and I have my teammates Toshal, Joel, and Aditya with me. We are going to give a demonstration of our application, parking management system. So, this is our main page, and which has a login and the register. So, now we are going to go and register a new parking user. So, for first, we'll see what are the validations in this form. So, if we just click on the register, we see that the username is required and it must be between 4 to 10 characters, and the password is required, that must be between 4 to 10 characters. So let's give a username. Okay, so the username that we have given is parking user. Okay, so let's see if this removes the validation. No, since it is 3, 7, 11 characters, that's why it's not allowing us. So we'll just name it as parking use. So we have removed the validation. So this is our user. Now let's give it our password. So let's first try to give it all lowercase, so 4 characters, and let's see if there is any more validation in it. Okay, so there is password must contain at least one uppercase and one number. So let's give our password a number, and we have another validation says it must at least contain one uppercase. So let's replace our first letter with P capital, and then C. So this is the password is correct, but our password do not match. So we'll try to give the correct password and see if it works. So it worked, and we are able to, now we are in the page where we can enter the details about the user. Okay, so first let's see what are the validations over here. The validations are, we need to enter first name, last name, date of birth, address, email, phone number, driving license number, driving license expiry date, registration number, UTA ID. Okay, so let's give our parking user the name. I'll name him Shazad. Okay, so and let's see if this removes our validation. Okay, so it has to remove our validation. Now let's give our last name. Okay, so this also removes the validation. So middle name is like uncommon, so therefore we don't have validations on it. It is not required in it. Okay, and let's also check if I give my first name as a number. So the first name can only contain alphabets, as well as let's check for last name. Last name should only contain alphabet as well. So user can't be named as an integer or something. So let's now give our date of birth as something that is the current date, and just check. Okay, we can give as a current date, but if we try to give it the date of birth as like a future date, the date of birth cannot be after that current, so that a user cannot be born before it. So let's just give a proper date of birth. Okay, and now let's check if we put an address in it, what happens. Okay, submit. So the address has the validation that is required, and let's check if I give the email address without the @ so it says that the @ is required. So if I put @ and then just submit, it says that the email address must be 745 characters long. So I just name it Sam Shazad, and let's check. So since we haven't given any domain, so it says invalid domain name, right, then we can just use j.edu. So this is a valid thing. And now check if we put some alphabets in phone number and alphabets in driving license number to check if okay. So phone number should be 10 digits and example is given, and driving license number should be 8 digits. So there is no option of giving it like there or something has that number. So let's just give a phone number. Now let's give a driving license number. Okay, so let's see if this is removed. Okay, it removed our issue. Okay, so let's check our driving license expiry date. It can be before or after, but it is like it's a mandatory field that you have to give. Okay, so this field is removed, and let's check if the registration number has the UTID number has the same issue. Okay, see, the registration number must be 6 and 10 digits character, and UTID must contain only in digits. So let's give it registration number as a 6 digits, and just give UTID as this, and check if it errors resolve. Okay, so UTID must be 10 digits long. So let's give it, make it 10 digits. Okay, there is also a validation that UTID must start with 100. So we just remove this and see if our user is successfully registered or not. Okay, so our user is successfully registered now. So now we'll check if there is any validation over here in our login page. So basically, if we didn't give anything, then our login failed, and let's give a incorrect password. Oh, so it failed again. So I'm trying to remember the password. Okay, yeah. So it passed. So now we will see, do a reservation. Okay, so if you want to do a reservation over here, we have to select start time and end time. So let's see if there are any validations over here on this page. Okay, so start time cannot be before current time, and end time cannot be before current time, and they cannot be the same. So you have to have some certain gap or distance. So since our current time is 8:50 AM, we cannot select any future date, so this is our control is locked. So let's just change our date and do it as 9, and it says let's try 7, and date is more smaller. Let's check. Okay, so end time cannot be before current time. That's true. And if like we do something like this, and the start time cannot be after the end time, so there's the same thing. Okay, and like then we have to, let's try another validation, that is for giving 9 and end time as 4 hours ahead, and let's see if there is any. So reservation cannot be before more than 3 hours. Okay, so there's one way to do it, and let's check if it is the same is working for or when we have minutes.